It's time to begin a PLL triple header on this summer Sunday. For the first time ever, Waterdogs and Whipsnakes clash on the Lacrosse field as the push for the playoffs continues here in Colorado Springs. Thanks to a better score differential, it's Waterdogs who are just in front of the defending champion Whipsnakes in the updated league standings. But fortunately for both teams, they have each already punched their tickets to the 2021 postseason. And good morning from the broadcast booth alongside the Hall of Famer Ryan Boyle, Jake Marsh on hand. Let's start with Waterdogs, Ryan. They're a little shorthanded on the offensive end. That puts a little bit more pressure defensively. But luckily for Waterdogs, Liam Burns has stepped up.
They made the change, putting him at close defense 3 games ago. It took him maybe 1 game to kind of get settled, get more comfortable. Since then, last weekend or 2 weekends ago in Minneapolis, they gave up 7 and 6 goals in that doubleheader. So what does he bring to the
double teams? Feet up top. It's Chanenchuk for 2. Ward saves it. Ball loose in front of the crease. And Dillon Ward keeps this game scoreless. The pump fake. Nice cut behind the back goal! Carlson starts us off with the highlight.
Let's take a look at that
little
behind the back
fake flip, and then he finds Carlson inside. So look right here to Chanenchuk, that little fake flip to Tierney kind of freezes the defense behind the play. Carlson backdoors his defender. Carlson always moving, always cutting, and the crafty veteran has always got some tricks up his sleeve on the inside. That behind the back finish increases his angle, adds a layer of deception to finally break through on Ward.
Right-handed cradle, a cut, a shot, and a goal! Ryan Brown ties the game at 1.
With the goal for the Waterdogs. Let's check it out again.
Good dodge here by McCardle. He draws the double team and finds the cutting Brown. That high overhand release, high to low, snaps it past Bernlohr. Hey Ryan, a little bit of a slow start here for you guys. How much is the Whipsnakes defense, Bernlohr, and how much is just kind of the early start time and getting a feel for things?
Yeah, I think you look at both teams, we look like we just got out of bed, which we kind of did here. But credit to Whipsnakes defense. I mean, they are, as advertised.
Stutter step. Inside. That one's good. And Whips take the lead back. Ryan Tierney.
Tierney's first of the season. So one of the veterans went in and grabbed that ball for him. But on this ball reversal, this is normally the Matt Rambo time and kind of brute force. Here you see a little quickness and craftiness by Tierney. He's going to fake going upfield. Little stutter step, goes underneath, and then wisely, as he's drifting behind the cage, reaches his stick upfield and is able to get that past Ward 5-hole. But Tierney's got a lot of runs. He's gotten a lot of burn.
Here's Nardella inside. Has some issues. Still loose. Oh my! Jay Carlson with pure grit scores.
Jay Carlson doing Jay Carlson things here. Great double team by Randall. Loose ball on the carpet. Ward actually gets the clamp. Because his clamp is outside of the crease, you're able to go underneath his stick. Carlson does just that, dislodges the ball, picks up the quick loose ball, and buries it.
Right side, some contact. That one gets a nice bounce. And we have a hat trick for Jay Carlson.
I mean, how does Jay Carlson hold on to this? You're going to see Tierney generate the double team, throws it back. Burns is all over Carlson, actually sends him to the turf with this hit, and Carlson somehow cradles that, holds onto it, and with his left hand, which you don't see a lot of for Carlson, frankly, he's been able to get it. He gets it past Ward. He's really been the lone bright spot here for the Whips in the first half offensively.
You mentioned how the ball always seems to come his way. Another opportunity there.
Had Reese open.
Ryan Conrad thinks about it, gets closer, steps into it, breaks the scoring drought. Waterdogs now down 2.
With the goal for the Waterdogs.
Defense to offense. I talked about Conrad's two-way potential. And during the substitution game, there was just a lot of green. He identifies that he's got Chuck on him, rolls back, is able to get his hands free. You can see that little hesitation. He thought there a slide might be coming on that rollback. It doesn't appear. He reattacks and finishes.
Ryan Conrad's 3rd of the season, the 2nd overall pick in 2019. Waterdogs have a nice strategy in place out of the half. A quick shot, and that one falls through. The ball kind of disappeared for a second there, but Ethan Walker makes it a 1-goal game.
For number 6, Kieran.
Excuse me, that's Kieran McArdle. Nevertheless, Waterdogs back on the board, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, and it's off the face-off. They generate a lot of their offense off the face-off. Here you're going to see kind of a tough, scrappy ground ball right there by Courier. He pushes in transition. Right here is where they're able to generate an advantage. Courier draws the defense. One more to Reese. One more, and from a sharp angle, Walker buries it.
Best offensive long stick midi in the league by his coach. Oh my! From deep range. McArdle.
So Copeland takes him out and then reinserts him into the lineup. And you can see the little two-man game with Courier. Bryce Young elects to go underneath this pick, and that allows McArdle to get his hands free. So you can see the slight changes that Coach Copeland has made in terms of personnel immediately paying dividends. Walker scores in transition, and then McArdle in the settled 6-on-6.
In transition, it's Gobrek. Feeds right. Rylan Reese bounces one in for a pair. Waterdogs lead by 3.
Rylan Reese is a legit 2-point threat, and you can see the Waterdogs, totally different team coming out of the break. Heads up play by Reese, this little kind of face dodge to create some separation from Smith. He kind of shifts his body, gets that stick back, and the high bouncer, they'll go.
He is feeling great. A 2-pointer on the board for you, but this team looks completely different after the half. What changed?
Yeah, we're just trying to get back to our ways. Early morning games are sometimes tough. I haven't done these since high school, so, just kind of getting back to our Waterdogs way and, finding a way to get these balls in the net.
Back to you guys.
Would you believe it? Another goal for Waterdogs. It's Zach Courier who pours it on. A 7-0 run for the team in purple.
They're just winning the ground balls. They're winning the whistles. And we've got a timeout here for the Whipsnakes, but off the quick restart, that little hitch by Courier, and on the approach by Earhart, you can see him just kind of throw his stick out. Courier gets to the inside, gets to the middle of the field.
Both sides of the ball have been clicking for Waterdogs so far. And Ryan Conrad with another.
Goal for the Waterdogs.
Great finish here by Conrad. You're going to see on this action, Ethan Walker carries up, frees it right here. You're going to see Ryan Conrad. He's going to kind of drift back into open space. Ethan Walker's going to carry, and the Waterdogs just kind of get lost during this little carry and transfer. It looks like Charlie Hayes, number 23, he's matched up on Conrad. He's just late to recognize that little pop to the perimeter. And Ethan Walker did not expect him to have this level of vision coming out of college. And Andy Copeland kind of confirmed that.
It's not just the offense here in this third quarter, it's also the defense. How are things coming together for you guys?
I mean, to be honest, we came out trying to play a simple game, and I think we're doing that. We're grinding and we're playing gritty, and it starts with the face-off X, starts with the ground ball, starts with the 50 plays, and we're just doing that. You know, the other stuff's just coming easy with the offense and the D, so it really starts in between the lines.
A lot of little things they're doing right now. I heard their coach say that they just need to stay aggressive, Jake.
In order to crawl back into this one, of course, need to make stops first. That's not a stop. That's a goal. Ryan Brown.
With the goal for the Waterdogs.
We were wondering who was going to get Ryan Brown the ball. It's been Mikey Schlosser here. You can see him dodge, draw the double team, freeze it right there. You can see these two Whipsnakes inside. They're responsible for these two Waterdogs offensively. So as Schlosser carries this, you're going to see Brown kind of curl to this open space. Great job by Brown finding that open area.
That's a save for Bernlohr.
Trying to clear. Oh no! He turns it over. Nobody in the cage. Ryan Brown. Hat trick. Waterdogs pouring it on.
The goal for the Waterdogs.
And you can see, judging by Bernlohr's reaction, he can't believe it. He picks up this loose ball and tries to flick it to Dunn. And just a careless turnover and empty net. It looks like when Bernlohr tries to make that little backhanded flip, the ball gets kind of stuck in his stick.
Still looking for their first score of the second half. And there it is. Chris Aslanian, a somersault, finally ends that scoring drought for Whips.
For the Whipsnakes.
A strong upfield dodge here by Aslanian. He's going to get above the cage, and that overhand bounce shot. You're taught as a young player to paint the pipe. That overhand, basically if you make a mistake high or low, you're still going to get it on target. Ward holding his pipe there, and Aslanian gets it past on that far pipe.
So Aslanian gets his fifth of the season. Whipsnakes get their fifth of the game. Can they get a run of their own to get back in this game? How about 5-hole? Mike Chenenchuk crawling closer.
The 5-hole goal for the Whipsnakes.
Chenenchuk just a little right to left, dodge down the alley. You can see Earhart set that pick. That creates the separation. You can see Burns trying to support with a slide. Just a little late. And as you pointed out, find some daylight in 5-hole.
I love free goals. I love free goals. Kobe assist. And assist. 2 assists.
That might have been the easiest goal of his career.
And that'll do it. What a performance from Waterdogs, taking down the defending champion Whipsnakes 11-6 here at Colorado Springs.
Certainly an awesome performance, not just for Dillon Ward, but for all of the Waterdogs. You solidify a playoff spot. And I heard you say to Coach after the game, when do we play next? How fulfilling is this team win?
It feels great. You know, it's been a weird weekend. You know, supposed to play last night, got a 9 a.m. game today, but, you know, we clinched the playoff spot, and that's all that matters.
Let's talk about how disjointed it is, because you prepared last night and you didn't get much sleep. You're out here first thing in the morning waiting to get your legs underneath you. But boy, the second half was a completely different half. What instigated that?
I think it was just believing in ourselves, right? We said at halftime that the defense was going to keep doing our thing, and we'd let the offense get going. I think that's exactly what happened. So we just believed in each other, and good things happened.
Ryan Brown with 3 goals and assists coming from all over the team. But you are a Denver guy. You live in Denver right now, so it's pretty special to get this win here in Colorado, isn't it?
100%. I mean, you just look around, there's a lot of Waterdogs jerseys and shirts going on, and love living in this state, love living in Denver, and had to show up for the hometown fans.
Congratulations.
A bunch of 2-pointers, superb defense, and a win over Whipsnakes. That'll do it today. So, for Ryan Boyle and Chantel McCabe, I'm Jake Marsh saying so long from Colorado Springs, where the final score is Waterdogs 11, Whipsnakes 6. Coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern on Peacock, it's the Chaos versus Chrome. Stay with us.